Check it, check. Okay, let's go here. Hey, Cappy, I was wondering about my whole 20s till now. I'm currently 27 now. I was just watching a recent video from Rich Cooper. Who's that guy? Why would you listen to him? You should be listening to me. Don't listen to bald shirtless Canadians. What's wrong with you? You're an American. How you betray a brother, a fellow American brother, and stab him in his back by listening to a Canadian? Titled "Why Men Should Go Their Own Way, but Only Temporarily." During the video, Rich said that during your 20s is the time to learn to understand about women. Mind you, I've interacted with women before, but nothing crazy beyond like that of smashing or a relationship. I also was never proactive on talking with women. Now that I'm thinking I'm nearing my 30s with little experience with women. Wait, you just said you were watching recent. Mind you, I've had interacted with women before, but nothing crazy beyond that, like smashing or a relationship. Okay, so you have had experiences with women. Wait, I've had interaction, but nothing crazy beyond that. Oh, so you haven't had sex or a woman. Okay, that makes more sense. I was never proactive on talking. And no. You were shy and a coward. That's what it is. It's just what it is. Now that I'm thinking I'm nearing 30 with little experience with women. The only reason why I'm aware with red pill, dating market hypergamy, etc., is because of YouTube channels like Modern Life Dating, You Rule Zero, and Rollo Tomasi. My question is, am I missing out on this window in my 20s on experiencing women, dating them, and or even smashing them? But the problem is that I'm rapidly losing interest in that as well, especially with COVID and lockdown that's we've had. I truly didn't have an incentive to go out. I'm not being black pilled or anything, but based on what I've been seeing from you guys, Fresh and Fit, MLD, and Better Bachelor, I'm reaching to the conclusion that I see no point of even having a girlfriend, let alone a stable relationship. I don't mind this video being a video, please, blah blah blah. All right, a couple questions to answer here. First, I don't believe, I do believe that men should not waste their time chasing girls to the level you do. You should not put women number one in your life, especially in your 20s, because you're still getting by. You're still trying to figure out who you are and where you are in the world. And the completely desperate, not desperate, disparate. I'm sorry, I mispronounced it the first time. Disparate. The big difference between the power that women have in their 20s and the power you have when you're in your 20s is drastically different. All right. It will not be until you're in your 30s making money and stable will you have the cachet women are looking for. And girls in their 20s are at their peak beauty, and so they have their peak power. And it is not worth putting a group of people with such a lopsided power advantage over you at the center of your life. You're just going to be taken advantage of. You're not going to have that much success. It's not saying you won't fall in love or find a girl or anything like that, but it's statistically unlikely. That being said, I've never, and this is where people kind of confuse me with MGTOW, although I'm certainly sympathetic towards the traditional MGTOW views. That being said, I do think that you should use your 20s to date. I mean, why not? Get out there, ask girls out, get over approach anxiety, stop being a pussy, go to the gym. This is where you start off, and it's like working out or becoming a soldier or something. You're gonna suck at first. You're not know what you're doing. But like anything else, you got to work at it to become a good sparrer in a martial arts. You have to spar, and to become good with girls, you got to ask them out. You got to fail. And so, if there's a cute girl, if you want to ask her out, ask her out. You don't want to ask her out, don't ask her out. But it just sounds like you're a coward and you didn't try. Now, it also could be, in intellectual honesty and fairness, you may just be an introvert because, like, if you're being honest here, is I'm rapidly losing interest in that as well, especially with COVID and lockdowns that we've had. I truly didn't have an incentive to go out. Well, maybe, and it could just be you're that reserve introverted type. One of my best friends, I think he's only slept with 2 or 3 women in his life. because he is truly asexual. I mean, he's straight. Of course, he's a pretty girl. He's like, hey, check that out. But he just had no interest in women, largely because his mom was a psychopath. And he was like, I'm not going to deal with that. But I mean, the girls that he has slept with literally threw themselves. I mean, like, hey, can I sleep over tonight? Sure, whatever. And maybe you're like that guy. Maybe he's just like, this isn't for me. I understand. Uh, but I generally taking you out of the equation and speaking as a general policy for all men. And I don't think at any point in time you should be like, oh no, I'm not chasing after women. I'm done with them. It's like, no, there's always the chance the nice one shows up. You go do your own thing. You put yourself in an environment that you're good at and you enjoy. There might be a girl who also enjoys that environment or activity or hobby. And if you have one of these policies, well, what if she's a really nice gal? Well, she's really cool. Well, she works and supports herself and likes to shoot guns or whatever it is that you enjoy. And so the 20s, in addition to going to college, going to trade school, going in the military, finding out career, becoming self-supporting, becoming a real man, part of that I think is approach. I mean, but I'd even argue, and maybe I'm too old, but if you're 20, that means you had 7 years of puberty. You must have, I mean, you should have asked out girls, however awkwardly and bad, for the past 7 years, right? Um, so I think some basic 101s should have been taken care of by that time. By the time you're 18, you should know how to ask a girl out. By the time you're certainly 20, I'd argue you should have asked enough girls out to, when you get rejected, you don't let it affect you personally and feel bad. You're 27, and it just sounds like you put no effort into it. Is it too late for me to experience women dating in game? No, it's never too late. That's the subject of your. It's never too late. Just go ask them out. Get shot down 7 out of 10 times. Of the 3 times that remain, get stood up 75% of the time. Go on the date and have a 95% chance it's going to be a painfully dull and boring date. And I think every young man should date, so that when you get a good quality gal, you can actually appreciate, like, oh my God. And so, like, another thing, if for any other reason, it's like renting a high-end sports car, a Ferrari. Oh, I'd really like to drive a Ferrari. Well, why don't you rent one for a couple days, see if you like it? So then you're right, and then oh, it's not as great as it's cracked up to be. And that's another thing, is you'll think you're getting bad luck. It's like, no, that's average. So the average guy is, well, the average guy is pretty low, but the average girl is. Like, she's going to sit there, and you have to entertain her. She's not going to be interesting. And, oh, wow. Does she also come with a social science degree that has no employability and lots of student loan debt? Oh, you're the one, all right. Yes, you are. So, yeah, I would not waste your 20s putting women first. Don't go to nightclubs. Don't go to bars, that kind of thing. Nor would I, though, completely kick them out. I mean, I put them behind working out, career, finances, and your own adventure, hobbies. And once you do that, when you go on your own adventures and hobbies, I think you'll typically run into girls that are at least somewhat more interesting, higher caliber. But I would not just, oh, fuck women, screw that, I'm done, because they got the Y chromosome and we got the Y chromosome. I don't remember. I didn't pay attention. It was biology class. All right, any super chats? Oh, we got a couple here. Let's make sure we don't miss those. Nonstop Dre, hey, look who's up. $2. People thought I was asexual in the military. Probably you're just working hard. Whoa, local TV, $15. Here's some tuition. I don't go to school anymore. All the money goes to flooring now. That's the stage we're at. We're going to flooring. So you can buy me not a set of fake tits like the fans only girls, but you could buy me a set of flooring. Nonstop Trade, $2, sponsored by New Balance, Spirit Airlines, Fresh and Fit. Well, Fresh and Fit are here. Hang on. Don't forget the Ford Motor Corporation. Hang on. This might just get disconnected. I got to be very ginger with it. See? New Balance shoes. See? Damn right. I'm the best boomer that ever boomed, even though I'm Gen X. Boomers are so sucky that Gen Xers have to properly boomer for them. All right, there you guys go. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. See you guys later. Toodles. Oh, here, Fred. Thanks, Fred. Was it worth $1.50? Was it worth $1.50? Wait for the next video. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.